What's going on, boys? Thanks to our patrons and Fiverr customers, subscribe to our Patreon free for behind-the-scenes stuff, arm yourselves, life stuff. This is the first time I felt calm in some time. And while it won't last, I think this calmness is a mixture of work things and life things. This is another episode of the non-profit arc. These videos have gotten to the point I'm tired of them, but it's hard to think about other things when you are totally occupied. And I'm still occupied, but at least right now, I can almost taste a level of consistency and security. I'm still dealing with that company that's being difficult, but and although working that out to the very end will be a nightmare, the essentials are about to be done. And I have vultures on the mind. The moment hard work gets done, it's wild how many people descend and want a piece, feel they're owed a piece, that they deserve a piece, that they can take a piece. I hate these people. And it's not just other people within the nonprofit sphere. You have local government people. You have these quotes, pillars of the community type people. People who want shit named after them. But they rarely want to invest money. And when they do invest money, there are always additional conditions beyond just getting their name put on something or donating excessive sums of money toward a good cause and getting your tax benefits. I hate anybody who feels they are owed something or they can buy something, or that money means they are owed something. So one of the reasons I was hesitant about the Patreon, there we've had a couple agitating people, but for the most part, well, actually, presently, we have a nice set of patrons who are not cunts. Anyway, in the non-profit space, you get lots of people who feel they are owed things, and it's agitating because they don't do anything. They're universally unpleasant people. And it's not just wealthy people. People you're helping feel owed help and feel they have the right to get shitty with you. I hate people who show up and start taking things. These people are on my mind because democratic systems that allow people to vote on anything, are garbage. I'm noticing I am beginning to make myself less calm the more I am talking. So let's skip all these other things are going on, but I'm so calm right now they don't bother me. That's a pointless little segment or segue, because clearly they do bother me. I am presently being bothered. Why is Skimmerlit feeling calm today? The board is already taking some moves to bar that former president from having too much influence. Even though, I don't understand how someone maintains such a degree of influence after stepping down and resigning multiple times. But Skimmerlit is calm right now. And it's calming seeing other people moving, even if it's in the smallest capacity, to block him out. That's another aggravating thing. Everybody feeling they are owed personal access to you. People with the least involvement with or understanding of the way a situation is playing out feeling they are owed your ear to listen to them and your hands to act on their behalf. You're familiar with the person who walks into a room in which something is going on and then demanding everything be changed and they don't even know what's going on. In nonprofits, that person is every person. Professional or unprofessional, connected or unconnected. That's all of them. But I'm calm, and I'm calm because one of these people is exiting. Hopefully. Hopefully we hit it big at some point in the near future. I feel confident we will hit it big by the time I'm 40, but if it happens soon, I need to scoop up a bunch of ENTJs who know how to take rocks out of the earth and turn them into iron. I have shit I want to do, and that, in any situation, the first step for me is always the most confusing, the most baffling. It's like, to get anything done for me, I have to scale a wall and then everything smooths out. It's not like it's calm in the beginning and then it gets more difficult. It's an inverse difficulty curve. Anywho, going forward, it's very unlikely people who are agitating will have direct 24/7 access to me. That means my mind stays clear and I can think about and do things I want to do. I think one of the reasons my mind has been jello for the last almost 2 months now is it's not just dealing with sporadic skirmishy situations in your head. Once that becomes the norm, it's not like you're dealing with sporadic situations. Your mind adjusts into guard mode to be ready for skirmishes at any time. And that's mentally taxing. Or maybe taxing is the wrong word. It's more like your mind adjusts. The blast doors go down on your mind and you can't look out the windows. I'm calm also because one of the reasons I've stuck with this job is to build out my resume. Even if it's a shit nonprofit, executive director looks good on your resume, especially if you can maintain it for a few years. Now I think I'll be reaching a point I can legend build. We'll be much more active, and that means I'll be much more visible. And I've stated before, the place I live is odd. There is no middle class. Either you're very wealthy or you're very poor serving the very wealthy people. And you would think, well, in a place like this, you would think because labor is in shorter supply, labor would be treated better and paid better. That's not the case at all. It's the opposite. It's like, in the situation you need this thing the most, these people mistreat it harshest and pay it the least. Now, I'm slowly moving into more of that middle class. I don't think 31 is middle class anymore, but I'm one person, and that is better than most of the people around here who aren't in that super wealthy category are doing. And I've been trying to remember the word. It's not finagling. Finagling is the deal-making thing, the sneaky thing. It's not is it hobnobbing? When you're dealing, you're not knocking boots. Maybe you're knocking boots with wealthy or famous or successful people. Brushing shoulders is the closest I can think. I'm pretty sure it starts with an F, that word. Anyway, I want to make rich friends. Money seems to be magnetic. Most things seem to be magnetic, but money especially, it seems like whenever you're around or among money, money starts to appear in your pockets. And I think I'll be in a position with a skill set to start making that happen. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. That's probably wrong, and I'll lose my money and also my soul, but we'll see what happens. I'm calm because I'm ready to start dressing well again. That contributes to the last thing, or plays in with the last thing we were talking about. I've been dressing like I'm from Miami again because of all the moving I've been doing. It's been a while since I've been able to dress up and feel good, and again, now I'll be in a place people, or I'll be seen and it'll mean something to be seen. I'm excited to start lifting again. Moving has been a pretty good exercise. Lots of stairs, and moving heavy, cumbersome shit works muscles you didn't know you had, but it's not the same. I enjoy the hobby of lifting. And granted, I could have been still lifting this entire time, but because it's a hobby, well, there are a few reasons. One, because it's a hobby, I like being able to control most aspects of it. That's a bit difficult when you are physically and mentally beaten down. And this entire time, I've also been very concerned about injuries. Because if I pulled something or tore something, then all these moving efforts would go up in flames. I'm looking forward to getting back into my program. And another thing I've learned, if you're in a position like this, it doesn't hurt to have some weights around. I mean, it's good to lift those weights, but just having those weights around, men will act weird around you. Either they lift weights too and you can bond on that front, or they don't, but they feel the need to... It's like they feel more need to relate with you if they don't lift weights. They'll talk about whatever fitness bullshit they're doing, and I think they're looking for your approval. That's happened enough times, I try to use it now. I'm looking forward to getting back into a consistent workflow. Knowing for the most part what to expect every day, what needs to be done every day, and then have some bullshit thrown in to keep me sharp or teach me things without it being the entire thing. And now, with these expanded hours, I'm partially dreading the downtime, but I'm also, if I can figure out how to do this, I'm looking forward to it. I've worked jobs with downtime in the past. I got reading done. Maybe I can train my attention span again. I'm looking forward to having a better selection of things to eat. Where I was before, there was almost no variety, because who would make a restaurant or put a restaurant close, or any decent restaurant close to some piece of shit place like this, out in the middle of nowhere? And now it'll actually be in walking distance. If I choose to, I can walk and go get food. Crazy. Another part of pushing this former president out I'm looking forward to is the ability to rewrite our copy. I have a master's in English. I was not allowed to write our copy. And dude, firstly, he has no sense of flow or style, and on top of that, his spelling is bad. Do you know how bad it looks when your bylaws have misspellings in them? When your signage has misspellings in it? When your forms have misspellings in them. And people think you, the director, are responsible for this shitty copy. It doesn't inspire much confidence when you're filling out a form to get whatever it is you need, and it's misspelled. That's not confidence inspiring. Not to mention effective. I'll finally get to flex some of my muscles a little bit. I can't stand taking blame for dumb or shitty things other people do. I hate that. And I suppose that also feeds into building out my resume. I am really looking forward to that first increased paycheck. My glasses broke a little while ago, not terribly. One of the nose pads came off, so I rigged up some rubber bands to be a pad, and it looks stupid. And the lenses look like they've been sandblasted, because I haven't gotten new glasses in 4 years. I'm thinking I'll either get new glasses or I'll buy a cheap laptop to serve as a better version of what my Rain-Dew tablet has been serving. I'm looking forward to being able to build out my savings faster. I'd also like to take another crack at the small business thing. It's only $60. I'm still ass hurt that they stole it from me. Fucking government. That's another one of those first steps. I tried to force that one, and still none of it made sense to me. And then getting my money stolen was the last, well, not the last straw, more like the last little bit of wind taken out of the sails. Maybe give that another go. I never shut down the business, and that costs me money every year. I wish I had an easier time learning things on the front end. I'm great at things later. I'll have a much nicer office now. Still no windows, but now it's not a walk to get sunlight, it's just walking out of my office to get sunlight. Mainly, I'm hoping I will be able to enjoy things for a while. And part of what set off all this calmness today was I revisited that Halo 3 midnight release video. I'm normally not a super nostalgic person, but Halo gets me nostalgic. Video games in general from that era get me nostalgic. Probably from a mixture of quality and my age. I miss the feeling of buying something and feeling excited about it and knowing this will occupy me and make me feel whole for a good while. At that time, this wasn't just a distraction, this was the main attraction, and it was enough. Halo especially. Remembering a time when not all people felt like enemies, and not all things felt like distractions or poison. There are people you can get along with, and there are things you can enjoy. And I think that's calming because if that state of mind existed before, then it can exist again. Or that feeling maybe can be achieved again even if you have to approach it from a different angle. Because I'm finding I'm tired. I'm tired of people being shitty. I'm tired of things being broken or shit or not working. I want to reach a point in life I'm not saturated with dread and confinement. Build up a big enough stockpile I don't need to dread the next day. Be worried about every thing I do at every moment of every day, down even to the expressions you make. And people are the ones who make you feel that way. That's something I'm trying to internalize. Don't blame the universe or hate existence. Don't hate the fact you're alive. Hate human beings. You might have an easier time calming down when you don't believe the fabric of reality is fighting you. It's people. People who feel it's their right to impose on other people, you included. There isn't enough rope in the universe. You can't exterminate all of them. That's God's job. But I think it's possible to reach a point you can pull a Daniel Plainview and make enough money to get away. I've talked about all these reasons and feelings. Ultimately, there's no particular reason I feel calm right now. I can list out any number of things, but I think it boils down to, at least right now, the belief things can be okay to better. That will go away for no reason because it activated for no reason. But I feel it right now, and it's a nice feeling. And it's odd the way you can apply this to, or this way of looking at emotions to positive emotions rather easily to protect yourself from their disappearing out of nowhere. But when you try to apply the same reasoning to negative emotions, it doesn't work. Because fuck feelings. And feelings say fuck you too. Oh, that's probably another part of why I feel calm. We beat a deadline. Everything is out of the old office, or we have concluded it is not coming. Meaning no more stressing about, there are tons of things to stress about, but there's not a hard, guaranteed cutoff to stress about anymore. No more stairs, no more... That's another thing about all of the frustrating stuff that's been going on. It probably wouldn't have frustrated me as much if all of this had happened when we weren't operating under a deadline. I can tolerate a fair amount of bullshit when the bullshit isn't getting in the way of something that needs to be done by this time. That's probably why this all has been so stressful, and it's just hitting me now. You know what? That's probably why I feel calm right now. For now, whatever shit people do or throw in my face, I'll have time to deal with it. Deadlines are never fun, but they're especially not fun when people refuse to stop getting in your way while you're trying to meet a deadline. They will blame you if you miss, but you missed because they got in your way. And it looks like I won't... This is another one of those reasonability things. I could take my time back, take that break whenever I want to. I probably won't right now. And that pisses me off because if I don't take it now, even though that's reasonable, for the organization it would be unreasonable because of how much stuff is going on. If I don't take it now, then it'll pass. I'll never get to take it. So I probably still won't take it. But it doesn't bother me as much because we don't have that guillotine deadline hanging over our heads. Anyway, I'm feeling calm. I think I'm still feeling calm. And I think we'll cut it here. Like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't.